After Frehley's Comet first album, the label rushed them fairly quickly into a second one, with Ace Frehley not having a lot of material ready. Controversially, this led to Todd Howarth picking up that slack. Interestingly, they decided not to reuse Eddie Kramer as producer. Instead, the band produced themselves, with Scott Mabuchi and a couple people from the label served as executive producers. Also gone was drummer Anton Fig, who had played on Ace's first two solo albums, but decided not to tour with Frehley's Comet, being initially replaced by Billy Ward. However, Jimmy Oldtaker takes over drumming for this album. The album, called Second Sighting, was released on May 17, 1988, less than a year after the first. It must have been an exciting time to be a Kiss fan, with Kiss releasing a project every year, and both Ace and Vinnie Vincent releasing solo albums. Nowadays, we just get really expensive meet and greets, convention appearances, and embarrassing social media posts. The cover is fine, though a little basic. Follows the theme of the first, but is a little less colorful, and ends up looking a little plain, I think. Before we get started, be sure to like and subscribe, and you can support the channel on Patreon. This is written by Ace and Gene Moore. It's sort of a tongue-in-cheek song about Ace and his personality. I like how the intro builds, and the main riff is pretty cool. I think the pre-chorus, chorus, and solo are all great. I love this song. I do instantly miss Kramer. The production sounds way smaller, and the general tone feels off. I'm curious if the Rust schedule played into that as well. It doesn't sound near as strong as the first Frehley's Comet album. This is written by Howard. It's a song about a relationship that didn't work out, and the lyrics are pretty solid. I like the verses, and I think the chorus is pretty strong. Solid tune. Great solo, too. This is written by Ace, Dana Strum, Spencer Proffer, and Streetheart. The song is a cover, being originally done by Streetheart in 1983. Though Ace and Strum's changes, or what they add to it, are pretty minor. The song is about the dangers of drug use, particularly cocaine. The chorus is decent, and the solo is solid. It's a perfectly fine song. This is written by Howarth, previously intended for Cheap Trick, as before Frehley's Comet he was with them. I think it is a severely underrated power ballad. I love this song, and it's my favorite on the album. I love the keyboard riff, the crunchy rhythm guitar during the verses is great, the lyrics are good with a great chorus. I dig the drums, and Howard's guitar solo is great. Amazing song. This is written by Howarth and John Regan. It's cool to hear Ace and Howarth trade off lead vocals. That's pretty neat. The chorus is solid and the solo is fine. Decent song. This is written by Ace. It's a somewhat autobiographical song, but Ace changed it slightly so that it would be a story about a young girl instead. It's got a solid riff and a decent chorus. This is written by Howard. This song has a cool riff with some solid lyrics. I love Howard's vocal delivery on this one. There's some nice bite to his voice. Chorus is good, and I really like the lead guitar work that comes in during the second verse. This was written by Ace and Regan. Ace originally wrote the song in 1983, but felt it didn't quite work. Regan rewrote the verses when it came time to work on Second Sighting, but kept the chorus. The riff during the verses is okay, it's decently heavy, but other than that, I think this song is really boring filler. Written by Howarth, this is a song about a dude falling in love with a ghost. Apparently, Howarth was inspired to write the song by a Clive Barker story, and knowing that now, I wish the song had more of an edge to it. It's pretty pop and upbeat. I feel like a darker tone might have been beneficial to this song because it is a really weird, interesting idea. Still, I dig the guitar work on it, and the chorus is solid. written by Ace and Regan. It's kind of an instrumental piece that they added a spoken word story to about a boxer. There's some solid drumming and some cool guitar stuff, but the spoken word stuff kind of ruins the song for me, and I find the whole track kind of boring. The album peaked at number 81 on the Billboard charts, and neither of the two singles, Insane and It's Over Now, managed to chart. I had trouble finding sales numbers, but I can't imagine it sold super well as it barely cracked the top 100. A lot of Ace and Kiss fans don't like the album, particularly because of how much of Howarth's material is present and the apparent lack of involvement from Ace. But to be completely honest, Howarth's stuff is why I enjoy the album. I think he's a good writer with a knack for catchy hooks, and I dig his voice. With the exception of Insane, I think Ace's material is just okay or worse. Definitely some of his weakest writing. I've seen it implied that this was due to substance abuse and laziness, but Howarth, an actual member of the band, never even suggests that as a possibility. The label wanted a record crazy fast, and Ace didn't have a lot of material. Howarth did. It's one of Ace's weaker efforts for sure, but there's some great stuff and I do enjoy it. With Kramer producing and maybe a few extra months, this could have been great. But I do dig it. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and thank you for watching.